As we look towards the last part of the year, on one hand, you have thousands of grade 12 students considering what direction to take in their personal careers. And on the other, President Cyril Ramaphosa's call to civil society to be part of South Africa's solution. Now, bringing those personal and public aspirations together was a highly effective two-day youth summit in Gugulethu.
500 students from in and around Gugulethu would engage on matters affecting quality education in township schools, then have a dialogue between students and professionals, and finally with young achievers from the area who've made good.
The aim of this event, which is called Kasi Future Leader Find Your Fire Dialogue, was to ensure that we bring all the class of 2018 into one room and give them mentorship where we're going to say what are the challenges that they face, what is it that they need to do, and how to do those things. And the good thing about it is that the MEC of Education in the Western Cape was here on day one, she was here on day two to receive all the issues that have been raised, and she has promised to deal with those issues.
I think it's important that learners focus on their high school, of course, because the people who were attending this event are all matriculants. But of course, the reason why we focus on schooling is to make sure that we get the marks that we need to get into our higher education institutions of choice. But what I'm particularly emphasizing is that whilst for some careers you need to go to university, for some careers you don't. And there are many higher education institutions that teach technical skills, for example, vocational and artisan skills that are very, very much needed in our economy. And I urge the learners here to very seriously consider those opportunities as well.
I think it's very important to expose the learners to the role models, because there's a lot of crime and negativity that is taking place in the townships, which actually makes them to commit unnecessary activities.
One of the biggest stumbling blocks to people achieving their potential in the township is having to deal with influences such as being recruited for drug membership, drug malls.
I know so many stories myself where I grew up with people who were a marvel to watch in soccer fields, who were marvels as an intellectuals, but now where do they use their skills? Either they're in a shebeen, either they talk about it and say that I was a good soccer player and never fulfilling their dreams, So we need to give back to the young generations who are the next future leaders.
I've taught myself the go-getter spirit, so I'm not limited to whatever. I go for what I want and I'll do whatever it takes for me to get where I need to be.
My hopes and dreams for the learners is to see all of them not to be employees, to be employers, to create more job opportunities and be role models, and say that one day this is the role that they played into our lives.
Expo here in Gugulethu was very helpful because there were people from here in Gugulethu who started here in Gugulethu, and they were here to help us.
I've learned that you must be always positive at all times. Don't listen to other people, negativities, and also you must focus your dream to achieve your goals.
For some of the learners who are here today, I would say they should continue pursuing. They must have faith. They must believe in themselves. If they have a dream, they must act on that dream. They must be focused and maybe go to right channels that will assist you in pursuing your dream.
Over 2 very important days, young South Africans each identified the stepping stones to getting themselves into the economy and building a better, stronger country.